How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Students, previous class you have studied operation of sets. In that you have studied intersection of two sets, union of two sets and disjoint sets. Intersection of two sets are those which contain common element, which appear in all the sets. Union of two sets are those sets which contain all the elements which are given in a set. Disjoint set are those sets which do not contain any common element. They are different. There is no similarity in disjoint sets. So they are disjoint. Student, this we have learned in our previous class. Now students, based on this operation of sets, let's solve practice set 1.4 sums. So let's switch to the computer screen. Welcome back. Let's solve practice set 1.4. Question number 1. Here, if number of A is 15, number of A union B is 29, number of A intersect B is 7, then what is the value of number of B? We have to calculate here number of B. So first we will write here the value, given value. So number of A is 15, number of A union B is 29 and number of A intersect B is 7. This value we will write in given. So here first is given. First heading is given. After writing given, we will write to find. What we have to find here? Number of B. So here we will write to find number of B. After that we will write solution. So first we will write number of B on left hand side. Why? Because we are finding number of B. So here number of B is equal to number of A union B plus number of A intersect B minus number of A. So here we don't know the value of number of B. So there we will not write anything. But number of A union B is how much? 29. A intersect B is how much? So A intersect B is 7. So 29 plus 7 give us 36. And number of A is how much? 15. So 36 minus 15 is? Yes, you are right. 36 minus 15 is? Yes, 21. So here we will write 29 plus 7, that is 36. 36 minus 15 is? Yes, 21. So here number of B is 21. So students, in this way we finish question number 1. Now students, let's solve practice set 1.4 question number 2. Here, in a hostel, there are 125 students, out of which 80 students drink tea and 60 students drink coffee and 20 students drink tea and coffee both. These 20 students drink tea and coffee both. Find the number of students who do not drink tea and coffee. See, students, listen. Here we will apply the rule of operation of sets, which I have taught you previous class. Operation of set, you have learned union of two sets, intersection of two sets and disjoint set. We will apply that rule in this sum. Now here 125 is the total number of students. So this is number of U. 80 students who drink tea and 60 students who drink coffee. For them we will write here alphabet. So let us assume that 80 students who drink tea. So we will write let A be the set of students who drink tea and let B be the set of students who drink coffee. And here this 20 students who drink tea and coffee both. That means common. Yes, common means intersection of two sets. So here what intersection of two sets means? When the same element come together, that means it is a intersection of two sets, common element. So this 20 students who drink tea as well as coffee both. So here for them we will write number of A intersect B is 20. And here find the number of students who drink tea or coffee. Okay, who do not drink tea or coffee. Here we have to calculate the number of students who do not drink tea or coffee. Who do not drink tea or coffee. So here let us assume that A be the set of students who drink tea and B be the set of students who drink coffee. So here we will write solution. Let A be the set of students who drink tea and B be the set of students who drink coffee. After this, now here we have given value. For that we have to represent certain things. So here we will write total number of students who are in a hostel. Total number of students in a hostel is 125. So here we will write we have total number of students in a hostel. Number of U is 125. So total number of students in a hostel. Number of U is how much? 125. After this, number of students who drink tea. For them we have written here A. A represents set A represent number of students who drink tea. So number of students who drink tea, number of A is 80. After that, number of students who drink coffee is 60. For them we have written set B. So number of students who drink coffee, number of B is equal to 60. Yes. And number of students who drink both tea and coffee. For them we have written here number of A intersect B is equal to 20. So here number of A intersect B is equal to 20. This sign represents intersection sign. So here number of A, this symbol represents intersection. So number of A intersect B is equal to 20. Intersection means common element. 20 students are common. They are drinking both tea and coffee. Yes. After this, what we will write here? Since here we have to write here one equation. So since number of A union B is equal to, we will write here number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersect B. Here we know the value of number of A union B now. So here number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersect B. So number of A value is how much? Number of A value is 80. Number of B value is 60. And number of A intersect B value is 20. So here we will write number of A plus number of B minus 20. So here 80 plus 60 minus 20. So 80 plus 60 how much? And minus we have to do 20. So number of A union B is how much? 120. 80 plus 60. How much 80 plus 60? 140. 140 minus 20 how much? Yes, 120. So here number of A union B is equal to how much? 120. Now we have number of A union B is how much? 120, and total number of students is 125. This is universal union. So number of U is how much? 125. So 125 minus 120, which gives us how much? 125 minus 120 gives us 5. So we will simply write number of A union B minus number of U. So we will get here 5 students. 5 students who do not drink tea and coffee. Okay. So here we will write so the number of students who do not drink tea and coffee. Here coffee is equal to 125. That is the total number of students minus 120 A union B is equal to 5. So 125 minus 120 is 5. So here 5 students who do not drink tea and coffee. So here we will write, so the number of students who do not drink tea or coffee is 5 students. So students, in this way we finish question number 2 of practice set 1.4. Students, let's solve practice set 1.4 question number 3. Here, in a competitive exam, 50 students passed in English. In a competitive exam, 50 students passed in English, 60 students passed in mathematics, and 40 students passed in both the subjects. Okay, 40 students who passed in both the subjects. That means this is intersection. 40 students who passed both the subjects. 50 students passed in English and 60 students who are passing in mathematics. None of them fail in both the subjects. Here, none of them are failing both the subjects. we have to calculate here, find the number of students who passed at least in one of the subject. Here we have to find the number of students who passed at least one of the subject. Okay. Now here first we will write the set name. So here we will write alphabet which represent English and alphabet which represent Maths. So here let us assume that A be the set of students who pass in English and B be the set of students who pass in Mathematics. So here we will write solution. Let A be the set of students who pass English and let B be the set of students who passed in Mathematics. Okay. Now here see this. A be the set of students who pass English and B be the set of students who pass Mathematics. Now here we have 50 students passing English. Okay. So here we will write number of A. A represent English and B represent Mathematics. So number of A is how much? 50. Number of B is how much? 60. And number of A intersect B. That means common. Here common. Intersection means common element. So 40 is the student. 40 students are those who are passing both the subjects. So number of A intersect B is how much? 40. Here we don't know the value of number of A union B. So we are calculating here value of A union B. So what we will write here? Number of A is 50, number of B is 60 and number of A intersect B is 40. We have this value. Now here we will write number of A, since number of A, this equation we have to write here. Number of A union B. Now number of A union B is those who pass at least in one of the subject. We will consider this number of A union B are those students who pass at least in one of the subject. So here number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersect B. So the value of number of A is 50 and number of B is 60. So 50 plus 60 give us 110. So 110 minus 40. 110 minus 40 is how much? Yes, you are right, 70. So number of A union B is 70. So this 70 students who pass at least in one of the subject. So here we will write the last statement. So the number of students who pass at least in one of the subject is 70. So students, in this way we finish practice set 1.4 question number 3. Now let's solve question number 4. Now students, let's solve question number 4 of practice set 1.4. Now here question number 4. A survey was conducted to know the hobby of 220 students of class 9. So this 220 students is number of U, out of which 130 students inform about their hobby. So a survey was conducted. Number of students who are present in class 9 is 220, out of which 130 students who inform about their hobby. Their hobby was rock climbing, and 180 students inform about their hobby, and their hobby was sky watching. So 180 students hobby was sky watching, and 180 students hobby was sky watching, and 130 students hobby was rock climbing. Okay, so these students inform about their hobby. There are 110 students. Out of them, 110 students who follow both the hobby. So this 120 means intersection. Yes, they are coming both for climbing, rock climbing also, and at the same time sky watching also. So they are both the hobby they have. So these 110 students are intersection. Okay, they are under intersection. So we will write here A intersection B is equal to 110. Then how many students do not have any of the two hobby? So now here we have to see how many students who do not have any hobby, any of these two hobby. And here also we have to see how many students who have only rock climbing hobby and how many students who have only sky watching hobby. This thing we have to find here. So let's solve the sums with solution. Now first we will write here the assumption. So here there are two hobby, that is rock climbing and sky watching. Students who have hobby of rock climbing and students who have after survey after survey of this class 9th, the teacher comes to know what is the hobby of the student of class 9. So there are students who have hobby of rock climbing, and there are students who have hobby of sky watching. So here we will, for representing set, we will use alphabet here. So here set A represent rock climbing students and set B represents sky watching students. So here we will write set, let A be the set of students who follow the hobby of rock climbing, and let B be the set of students. Let B be the set of students who follow hobby of sky watching. So this sky watching set B, and for rock climbing set A. For rock climbing set A, and for sky watching set B. Okay. So here we will write solution. Let A be the set of students who follow the hobby of rock climbing, and let B be the set of students who follow the hobby of sky watching. After this, now here we have to write the given value. Okay. So here number of A. Number of A is, set A represent rock climbing. So number of A is how much? Number of A is 100 and 130. So here we will write number of A is 130, number of B is 180, number of B represent sky watching. So there are 120 students whose hobby is sky watching, and number of A intersect B means both the hobby. They have both hobby, sky watching as well as rock climbing. So number of A intersect B is 110. Now here number of U means total number of students in class 9th is 220. So this number of U is equal to 220. U represent universal set. This I have taught you in practice set 1.3. So now here, after this, after writing given, we will write here since number of A union B. We don't know the number of A union B. So we will write here number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersection B. See here we don't know number of A union B. So for that we have to write here number of A union B is equal to number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersect B. Okay. We don't know the value of U. U means union. Okay. Here we have to find the union value. Union says common element. Okay. So number of A plus number of B minus number of A union B. Union says all element. Union represent all element and intersection represent common element. So common number of students who are participating in both rock climbing and sky watching. So there are 110 students. So they will come under this 110. Okay. So number of A is how much? So number of A is how much? So 130. So here we will write 130. Number of B is how much? 180 minus 110. So 130 plus 180. How much? So after subtracting 110, we come across that it is 200. So 130 plus 180 minus 110 give us 200. Now here after this, so the number of students who do not have any of the hobby is number of U. Number of U minus number of A union B. Number of U means total number of students in class 9. How much they are? There are 220. So 220 minus 200. So 220 minus 200 is 20. 220 minus 200 give us 20. So there are number of students who do not have any hobby is 20 students. So here we will write number of students who do not have any hobby is 20 students who do not have any of the two hobbies. Okay. Now next we have to see how many students follow the hobby of rock climbing only. So for that we have to write here also the number of students who follow the hobby of rock climbing only. Number of A. For rock climbing, number of A. So number of A minus number of A intersection B. Number of A minus number of A intersection B. We get here number of students who only have rock climbing hobby. Okay. So here we will write also the number of students who follow hobby of rock climbing. Number of A minus number of A intersection B. student who have both the hobby, they will come under intersection. Okay. So number of A is how much? 130. And number of A intersection B is how much? 200. So 130 minus 200 give us how much? Yes, it is 130 minus 110. How much? So 20. After subtracting, we come across 20 students who, yes, 20 students who follow the hobby of rock climbing only. Okay. So there are number of students, 20 students who follow the hobby of rock climbing only. So these 20 students follow the hobby of rock climbing. Now after this, we have to see number of students who follow hobby of sky watching. How many students who follow only sky watching hobby? So here number same like this number of students who are following the hobby of rock climbing. Here we have taken A now. So here we will take a number of B. Okay, number of B minus number of A intersection B. Number of B minus number of A intersection B give us number of students who follow only sky watching hobby. So number of students who follow the hobby of sky watching only, number of B minus number of A intersect B. Number of B minus number of A intersect B. So what is the value for number of B? Yes, here given value is 180. And here number of A intersect B is 110. So after subtracting, we come across that, yes, 180 minus 110 give me answer. Yes, you are right, 50. So here 50 students. There are 50 students. Number of students who follow hobby of only sky watching is 50 students who follow only sky watching hobby. So see the highlighters. Number of students who do not have any hobby. There are 20 students. Number of students who follow the hobby of rock climbing. There are 20 students. And number of students who follow the hobby of sky watching is 50. That means sky watching hobby is 50. Only sky watching hobby is 50. Only rock climbing hobby student is 20. And there are students who do not have any hobby. So how much? There are 20. 20 students do not have any hobby. So student, in this way, we finish practice set 1.4 question number 4. Now last sums from this practice set, that is question number 5. We'll see next slide. Last question of this practice set 1.4, question number 5. Observe the given Venn diagram. Now here Venn diagram is given. Observe this Venn diagram carefully and write the following set. Now here we have to find this set. There are 7 sets given. We have to find one by one. First is set A, then set B, set A union B, then universal. You represent universal set. This is union set and this is universal set. Universal include each and every element. Okay. Union set include the given value. Okay. Union set include all the given elements. And here A complement. Here we have to find A complement, B complement, and A union B complement. Complement set are those sets which is not present in A, which is present in B. Okay. So we will write here set B, and for set B we will write here set A. Okay. Complement set are those sets which is not present in the given set. So here given set is A na. So the set which is not present in A, the outer set, that is B set, we will write for complement, we will write here B set. And for B complement, we will write here A set. And here A union B, we will calculate. Now here, let's solve. First, we will write here sub question 1. So set A. Set A carries how many elements? So here set A. Observe this Venn diagram. Set A carries how many elements? X, Y, Z and M and N. M and N is intersection set which is present in both the given set. Here 2 sets are present, that is set A and set B. This A circle represent X, Y, Z, M and N, 5 elements. Now here B circle represent M, N, P, Q, R, again 5 elements. Okay. S and T are exterior of these two sets. Okay. So this will cover under universal set. So here we will find first sub question 1, that is set A. So set A carry how many elements? X, Y, Z and M and N. So here we will write set A carries curly bracket m comma n, opening curly bracket m comma n comma x comma y comma z curly bracket close. Is that clear? Now similarly we will see subquestion 2. Subquestion 2 is for set B. So set B carry again m n p q r. So here we will write set B is equal to opening curly bracket m comma n comma p comma q comma r. So here we will write set B is equal to opening curly bracket m comma n comma p comma q comma r curly bracket close. Now here third subquestion says that A union B. In A union B, union of two sets means all the elements which are present in the given set. So here given set is A and B. A and B is the given set. U is the universal set. Here we have to show only A and B relation. So here A union B means all the elements which are present in A and B we will write in subquestion 3. So here subquestion 3 A union B carries M, N, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R. M and N is the common element. Okay. So we will not write again and again. It will only one time. We will write only one time. Which element? M and N. Okay. Do not write M and N again and again. Only one time we have to write that element. So here we will write subquestion 3 A union B. Set A union B is equal to M comma N. M comma N comma X comma first curly bracket open M comma N comma X comma Y comma Z comma P comma Q comma R curly bracket close. Is that clear? So here every element X, Y, Z, M, N, P, Q, R. All the elements which are present in A and B. Okay. Now after this universal. U stand for U represent universal. So here subquestion 4. That is universal. Set U. Set U carries all the elements. Set U carries all the elements including this S and T. So here S comma T comma N comma X comma Y comma Z comma P comma Q comma R curly bracket close. We will write all the elements. Okay. Each and every single element we have to write for universal set. Okay. There is a difference between union set and universal set. Union set represent only two sets. Okay. The definition for union set is what? Union of a two set says that those elements, all of the elements which are present in set A and set B. All of the elements which are present in set A and B. Universal set are those which carries all the elements. Okay. Each and every element. And union set carries only the given element. Okay. Set A and set B. But universal carry each and every element. So here S and T also consider. So here we will write subquestion 4 union set. Set U. Set U represent universal. Set U is equal to universal is equal to M comma N comma X comma S comma T comma Y comma Z comma P comma Q comma R curly bracket close. Is that clear? So each and every single element which are present in this Venn diagram we have to write in universal set. Okay. Universal set represent each and every element. Both A, B and this S and T also. After this, very important now A complement. A complement are those which are not present in A but outer circle. So here X, Y, Z, M and N. We will not write this. Okay. We will write excluding. So here we will write A complement. Set A complement is M and N. M and N is common for both. Na? So we will write M and N. M and N, S, T, P, Q, R, everything. But we will not write this three element which is related to A. Which is related to A. We will not write this three element X, Y, Z. We will write out of this three element we will write everything. So M, N, P, Q, R, S and T. Okay. After this B complement. Same like that. But B complement says that which do not contain this P, Q, R. Okay, out of this PQR, the remaining element we will write in B complement. So here B complement is M, N, X, Y, Z, S, T. Each and every element, but only PQR
R will not write. Okay. So that is B complement. So here we will write B complement is M, N, X, S, T, Y, Z. But P, Q, R will not come in B complement. After this, we will find here sub question 7, that is A union B complement. A union B complement here. So A union B complement, which is not present in A and which is not present in B. Which element is not present in both these two sets? So yes, you are right, S and T is not present now. So A union B complement is equal to opening curly bracket S and T. S comma T curly bracket close. So yes, S comma T is not present in A and B. The element which is not present in A and not present in set B, so that element is complement of A union B. So students, in this way we finish practice set 1.4.
Students, we have finished Maths 1 chapter number 1 sets. Now your task is to try to solve each and every question of problem set 1 by yourself. The upcoming online lecture will be based on geometry that comes under Maths 2. In the next session, we will learn basic concept in geometry. So students, enjoy learning, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you for watching my video.